Good morning, everybody. Oops, wrong page. Sorry about that. Good morning. I'm Sharon Wilcox, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, coming live to you from Chesapeake, Virginia. Today is Thursday, April the 7th, and we are well into spring. So, we are also winding down our current catalog. Of course, I don't have that right here in front of me, but trust me, it's almost finished. Okay, we are still in our January to June catalog. So I'm going to show you a really cute card fold and one of a stamp set that I don't know why I haven't played with sooner, because I do love it. And let's get started here really quickly. Okay, so let's go to page 61, and you will see this adorable stamp set called Honeybee Home. And as a bundle, you can get the dies to go with, and that's a nice 10% savings. So really, really cute. And I just love some of the things that they've done. So let me show you a cute card and a fun fold, and I'll show you how easy this fun fold can be. So here we go, and it is called a triangle fold. So it folds up this way and opens up this way. Isn't this an adorable? I think, I'm not for sure, but I think these are hollyhocks. Whatever they are gorgeous. And you have your little bee. I'll bring that set out here for you to see. There's actually 3 bees, one from the left, one from the right, and one just flying. So I just love that. The words are nice. And we've got this other little flower and then some flowers here. So this little fun fold is a very simple one to do. So let me show you real quick how to do that. This particular one was colored in with light freesia. And I don't think you can tell on the bee's wings, but I did use some Wink of Stella. Okay. Also, the background papers that I used, don't ask why I didn't use the ones that coordinate with this, because maybe because I forgot about them, but I used instead the Hostess ones. It's called Pattern Party. It really is a huge, I think there's 48 in there. It's a huge thing of pattern paper that I absolutely love. So I chose to use that on this particular one. I do have a second one here, same thing. This one, I just tied a little bow with the gold thread, and then I attached it with a glue dot. This one I wrapped around the base of the card, and then I tied it. So I don't know which way. I like them both. Here's 2 different shots of the bees. One's coming in from this way and one from the other way. I really like them. More Wink of Stella there. But this time I used the embossing folder called Hive on that to give it a bit of texture, and I just love the look of that. So, and this is Daffodil Delight is the color I used for that embossing folder. I did color the flower in the same color, and the leaves were done with Granny Apple Green, my absolute favorite green color. You notice on this one I did mount it on white cardstock because I wasn't sure how I felt about it on yellow, but either one really do work. This one opens the opposite direction. I just put our flower on the inside. I left both of these blank, and I tend to do that a lot so that for me, these cards could be just about anything. They could be a sympathy, a get well, a birthday. a Mother's Day, a thinking of you. They could even be an Easter card, really. So I just think that they're just very versatile. I love flowers and I absolutely think this is gorgeous. So tell me what you think about those. And then I did create envelopes to go with them. So how gorgeous is that? Really pretty. So let me show you how simple this card is. And by doing that, let's start off with our, get our trimmer out. Now, our cardstock is a little bit bigger, but it'll work. So this is a full sheet, 8.5 by 11. And the first thing you're going to do is use your scoring blade, not the cutting blade. The cutting blade is the darker one. The scoring blade is the lighter gray. So let's take this and score at 4 1/4. Okay, well, Sharon just did that wrong. Let me grab another piece of paper and we will score at 4 1/4, but let's do it this direction. Okay, there we go, this direction, and we're going to score at 4 1/4. Nice score. And then we're going to turn it the way we just had it, and we're going to score this one at 5 1/2. I'm going to move this down a little bit so maybe you can see a little better. So this is at 5 1/2. So this is where we would typically cut our card, and if you can see those grid lines, you've got, it's in 4th, okay? So now we want to take this and we want to line up point to point, and this is where our paper is a little bigger than our cutter. Let's see if I can make you see that. Okay, see, it hangs off, but we can do it still with this. It will work just fine. Let me bring it back in. But what you really want to focus on is having both points lined up where you are going to cut, right in this piece here. This is our cutting area. So you want to make sure the point of this one and the point of this one at the bottom are both lined up in that area. Okay, that'll give you your best cut. You want to cut that on the diagonal. Now the one at the bottom didn't get cut quite as good, so I'm going to bring it up, and I did miss it kinda, but that's okay. I don't stress about those little things. Whoa, that one's way off. All right, give me just a sec here, and I'm going to fix it by snipping this with a pair of our paper snips. And you really did want that to be a little more even. Let's just go right here. Live. Can't fix it, can you? No, it is what it is. There we go. All right, you'll get the gist of it. Okay, so you end up with two pieces like this. So what you want to do is take your bone folder, and on that score line, give yourself a nice crease. And on this score line, give yourself a nice crease. Now, because I didn't get that lined up, you got a pretty good gap there. But it's okay. It wouldn't be the end of the world. And then this one, this is the other half that we did, that we cut. And we'll line this up and score, okay? Then you want to have your pieces for your background, right? So I've taken this piece, and this is from the Home and Heart, which coordinates with this honeybee set. Let me just show you these papers real quickly. I don't know why I didn't play with these sooner. but I have until June. So there you go. They have beautiful prints. This is probably my favorite. And beautiful flowers on there. Look at this. That's so pretty. That's the orchid. And then this one has more, to me it's kind of a fallish color, but it's still very pretty with all the little bees. And then when you flip it over, it's all kinds of wood look in the washed white, which is gorgeous. Okay. And that is in that in the January to June catalog. So don't forget about those. Get this out of our way. And we're going to take this piece, which I cut just like you would for layering a card. So it is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And we're going to do the same thing. You see how I got this point lined up in this and this point lined up in there. Okay. And that's how you want to cut it. And let's see if I'm going the direction I want to go. You go this direction. It does make a difference. Depends on which card you're doing. And also if you're going to do them both the same direction. Okay, so in this case, they're both this way. Now, if I cut 2 pieces of this, then I would be able to flip that over and do. So on this one, I'd have to do 2 of them. Does that make sense? In order to get the other, the back side. Okay, so you cut those to fit that and attach them, and then you're ready to decorate. I know I'm being clear as mud. So basically you take a full sheet of paper and you score it at 5 1/2 by 4 1/2. Okay, and those are your score lines. Then you cut that on the diagonal on your cutter, or I mean if you have another way, then do that. And then you have 2 cards. And then with that, you take your piece of designer series paper, and that is, or paper that you want to use for your background, let's just call it that. And then that one is cut at 4 by 5 1/4 and cut it on the diagonal. And then you're ready to attach them. And you see this particular cut, we could layer it this direction. It just depends on this, okay? So you can actually, let's see, if you flip it this direction, then you've got, did you see what I did? I just folded it the opposite direction. Then you're able to do this. If you cut 2 of these, then you can have 2 different ones, 2 different colors. Okay, hope that's clear. Anyways, that's basically what you do for that card. And it just gives a real interest. I really like that. So I hope that you think that's pretty. And that's a triangle fold with our matching envelopes. Okay. The next card that I did, and this is the hive embossing folder that I use. Let me zoom back in like we were so you can see that. And it is absolutely gorgeous, as you saw on the front of that. But here it is just with a circle cut out. And I flipped it over this time. Let me pull this one back in and show you. This one has the bumpy side. I'll bring that up close. The bumpy side out, and this one has the bumpy side down. Can you see the difference in that? So which way you like it, that's up to you. I think this looks more like honeycomb this direction. So anyways, and here they are done in what color is this? Mango Melody, the light and the dark. So you can see a little variation there. used a bit of Mango Melody here and here, and I just stamped a happy birthday because this set didn't come with a happy birthday. I pulled out another set called Celebrating You. And I love this set because it does have a lot of verses and different things, including your Happy Mother's Day and Happy Father's Day, but it has Happy Easter, wishing you happily ever after. This really covers a lot, including your birthday, welcome little one, so grateful to celebrate you every day, just for you, lots of love, the best is yet to come. One of my, if there's a happy anniversary up there, but one of my favorite is you are on my mind and in my heart. I just love that. And there's a thank you and a congrats. So proud of you. So there's a lot of good uses in here. I like this set a lot, but I used the happy birthday on here and I just stamped it in black right on there. You'll notice the die cuts. These were cut out with the dies. And I just think they're gorgeous. Love, love, love them. Yeah, there they are. I was going to say, did I leave the bees over there? But there are 3 different bees. This is one of them as well. It doesn't look like a bee, but it is. But I did use this little piece, which kind of looks like a corn, but it isn't. It's just a nice little blade of grass. So, and then we've got these others. They're just gorgeous. So, so I used those, and I used the circles. You know, these are the kind of dies, circles, rectangles, and so on. These are the kind of dies that you want to have in your stash because you will use layering circles over and over. This is the plain side, and here's your scallop side. These are dies that just never go out of style, and there's always a place to use them. And in this card, you may have noticed I did use the stitched rectangles. Again, this is a set of dies that will never go out of style. You will have so many uses for these, and it changes your ho-hum card into something absolutely beautiful just by taking these little, in this case, stitched dies, which I love, and gives you a little oomph to your card. So, and there's the hive that I used. Love this embossing folder. I just think it's a wonderful one. And then on the inside, once again, I left it blank so that you could write or stamp the appropriate verse on there for this happy birthday. So, and then here's our envelope to match. Okay, this next card, I was playing around and I just came up with this design. This was kind of my own little thing because I wanted to fold this up to show the back side of this paper because obviously I love it. So basically this is 4 1/4 wide, and this is 8 1/2, your typical paper, so you can make 2 cards from this. And I folded this up 1 1/4 inches. That's all I did. I scored and I folded it up. What that did was create this lovely little pocket. And for that, this can become a bookmark or just something somebody wants to save. You could even put a magnet on the back. So it'd be a beautiful refrigerator magnet as well. And the Just For You came from this Celebrating You stamp set. Okay, right here. And I stamped it right on the Designer Series paper. But do you not love this? How it has this beautiful whitewashed wood on one side and your flowers on the other. I just love it. So you could attach this. It doesn't have to come out as a bookmark, but I do love it for that reason. And this one, I believe this one is just 2 inches. It is, it's exactly 2 inches. And then the layering paper, which is the back side of this one, I just cut it down 1/4 inch, so it would fit in there. I used several of the different dyes. I used garden green, granny apple green, and I colored it with a pink pirouette, I believe is what I used. Let me pull this out. No, Flirty Flamingo. Flirty Flamingo, and I used the light and the dark for that. And like I said, this is granny apple green and garden green. And I use this dye because it's just so pretty. Let me pull it off of here. Look at that dye. I just love it. And this dye. And then of course we have 2 of our bees. One is right there, getting right into the nectar from the flowers. Once again, I used some Wink of Stella. I got a little crazy with it. I actually put some of it on the flowers as well, but in person, it's just gorgeous. I added some jewels, and these are from the 2021-2023 in colors. I love them. I just think they're gorgeous, and I use 3 different colors because all of them kind of change colors depending on which way you look at them. So the inside, I use this other stamp right here to put on the inside. And again, I left it blank. It's a beautiful note card. It could be thinking of you. It could just be anything you want it to be. So I hope you like those. I also like the fact that it will sit up like this. It's just so enjoyable to get a card. I know a lot of times we just set our cards up like this and somebody walks past and the wind knocks it over, but a card done like this tends to want to stand up a little bit better. And I don't know about you guys, but we always display our cards, birthday, anniversary, so on and so forth. Let me flip back up here to you guys. Oh, I do want to show you a couple other things, but before, I'm going to lay them out here for you. This is a little peek at our new colors, and I'm just going to lay them out right here so that you can see them, because they are gorgeous, and I'll tell you their colors. Let me hop back down. There we go. Look at this. This is the collection of new in colors. Parakeet Party, I love these names. Sweet Sorbet, Starry Sky, Orchid Oasis, and Tahitian Tide. Do you not love those names? And then here is the designer series paper. Oh, not the designer, but the cardstock. Is that not just luscious? I love them. Absolutely love them, and I think they're going to be a wonderful addition to our line of ink pads. So hope that you love those. I know that catalogs that I had mailed through Stampin' Up! Have gone out because I mailed one to myself and I received it this week. So if you have gotten your catalog for me, please let me know that. I will be going to Cincinnati probably the end of April, maybe the 1st of May, to have my big sale. So just stay tuned for more for that. It's been a crazy week. We have family coming in on Saturday, and of all the craziness, I tore my stamp room apart, including the closet that's had a lot of stuff in there since the beginning, 6 years ago. And I have a nice walk-in closet here in my studio, so there was a lot of stuff. So I still have a lot to do to get ready for company on Saturday. Plus I still have luncheon and a meeting, one on Friday and one on Saturday. So life is a little crazy. So nothing unusual around here. You can see behind me, it's over on this side. Those are re-inkers, markers, everything back there, just a bunch of ribbon and new things. I have 13 new stamp sets, and those that have dies, I have the dies to go with. So lots of new stuff coming up with the new catalog. So until, oh, you know what? I will not be live next week because we will have company. And my granddaughters, I have a day bed in here with a trundle. So this table that I work on is a swing table from IKEA. I love this table. It is the best. But the sides fold down and it's only 11 inches wide, and it works as a headboard for my granddaughters, the trundle part, and the other one gets the day bed. So my room will become a guest room for the next week. So starting today, I'm wrapping things up, getting everything put away. And so no stamping for me this week unless we find time with the grandkids, but I doubt it because when they come here, they want to go to the beach and do other fun things that they don't get to do in Connecticut. So until 2 weeks from now, I will say happy stamping and hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Easter, and we will talk later. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.